Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tony. I am currently playing Super Mario World. Yeah, Super Mario World. I said it right for once, so I thought I was saying it wrong. For the Super Nintendo. We just finally beat this area that I have been working on for so long. Like, oh my gosh, it took me way too long. This should not have taken me so long. Anyway, I'm also doing story times. And today I'm going to tell you guys about the time that my sister and I got our son's preschool teacher fired. My son and my nephew are the same age, and they went to preschool together. And they had the same teachers. They were in the same class. And so the first year that the boys were in preschool, everything was great. They actually had the same teachers that my daughter and my niece had when they were in preschool. Two of the best preschool teachers, in my opinion, ever. Just amazing, amazing ladies. I'm not even sure if they're both still there anymore. But fantastic ladies. Great preschool teachers. And so the first year, everything went well. My nephew did have some what is the word for it? Some, like, problems, I guess, with his temper. So there was that. But, you know, for the most part, everything was fine. Okay, I really wish I wouldn't have just done that. And, it was a pleasant preschool experience for the boys. And then the second year, because they were only 3 when they went to preschool for the first time, so then they also did the 4-year, like they did, it was like a half day that they did, and then they did, and then the next year they did the all-day preschool. Now, I was hesitant to put Lucas in all-day preschool because I felt like that was a lot for him to be away from me. He was, he was only 4. He was my last baby. I was, very, very hesitant to let him go to an all-day preschool, but in the end I decided to do it. His former teachers, like from the year before, had convinced me that it was a good idea, that he would do good, and, that it would be fine. And so I did end up putting him in the all-day preschool. Now, they had a brand new teacher that year. They may have had more than one brand new teacher. And she seemed like a nice enough person. She was very high strung. And she kind of had a screechy voice, but I'm never going to judge somebody on their voice. I don't know how my voice sounds to other people. I might be screechy. I don't know. So but she seemed nice enough. Well, my sister and I quickly noticed that my nephew's behavior, because they don't let you volunteer the first week of preschool because they want the kids to get acclimated to their new class, their new teacher, without mom or dad or whoever hanging around. So for the first week of preschool, they ask parents not to volunteer. After the first week, you're welcome to come as much as you want. So I did not volunteer for the first week, and that was fine, but then after that, I of course, I probably should spit it out up there and then maybe try to jump from there. But then after that, I of course wanted to volunteer. Well, I remember walking up to the door the first time that I was going to volunteer and just hearing screaming and just chaos. And I walked in, and a lot of the kids knew me because they had gone to school with my son and my nephew the year before. So they knew me. Some of them even called me Aunt Tony because that's, of course, what my nephew called me. So they just kind of assumed that, that's what you call me, because that's what my nephew called me. And there was some new girls, not just girls. There were some new students as well, that I didn't know, but a lot of them, again, I did know. And some of them, actually one of them was my friend's kid. She hadn't been in school with Lucas the year before, but she was my friend's kid. And I remember going in that classroom, and it was chaos. There was, like, the kids were not sitting down, they were not doing any kind of work. They were just basically running around, screaming, like, it was insane. It was like something you'd see in a movie of, a teacher who has literally no idea what they're doing. It was bad. And at first I kind of thought, okay, maybe it's just the beginning of the school year. Maybe some of these kids just need to figure out, what they're doing, basically. And then my nephew's behavior started getting really bad. And like I said, he had been kind of like a violent kid at some points, but the preschool teachers the year before had really helped with that. They had helped him learn to control his temper. They had helped with a lot of different things. So to see him suddenly regressing was really kind of worrisome. So I started trying to volunteer as much as I could, and I noticed that the teacher had no control over this classroom. Well, again, this is a very parent-involved school, so the teachers would have parent meetings, and like there was like a parent council. Oh my gosh, easy for me to say. And my sister and I were talking, and we were actually talking to the other preschool teachers about the current preschool teachers, the old preschool teachers, and expressing our concern. And, of course, their immediate reaction was, to tell us to give her a chance and, wait and see exactly what happens. And, it might just be that she's new and that whole deal. And so we tried. We really did. But we ended up having multiple meetings with this teacher. We made this poor woman cry. Well, I shouldn't say poor woman because she was not a good teacher, but we made her cry. And we tried a few different things, like to try to get her to, like, I guess, do better. And she agreed to try. But, like, I'm not kidding you. We would walk in there, and there was structure. Like, I knew how this preschool was supposed to go. Like I said, my daughter had gone there. It was my son's second year. I knew how this was supposed to go. And they were not sitting down and doing their small groups. They were not sitting down. I mean, kids were just up, running around, playing. Like, nobody listened. Nap time was non-existent. Like, it was absolute chaos in this classroom. And this was, the same year that teacher had her kneecap blown out by this student. And I mean, just, oh my gosh. So after several parent meetings and sit-downs with this teacher, she did end up, I don't know if she quit on her own or if she got fired. I'm pretty sure she got fired. And they brought in a different teacher who was thankfully much, much more able to control these students. But it was bad. Like, it was insane to me too, because the teacher from the other classroom would come in during the teacher's breaks to, like, take over for them. And you could see the difference in that entire classroom from when this one teacher left and the other teacher came in. It was like she was the only one that they would listen to. And it was insane. And my sister and I really, we fought hard to get that teacher out of there, because it was really bad. She just had absolutely no control, and the way these kids were acting, it was just, and like there was some kids who would just be sitting at the table, like waiting to do what they were supposed to do, and nothing was happening. Like, I don't think that my child learned a single thing that year. I mean, maybe after the new teacher came, But by this point, it was kind of too late. Like, most of the structure of that school year was basically gone at that point because there was just no, man, I really needed that. There was just nothing to, hi bud. Okay, so where is the, sorry, I don't remember what my sentence was. I'm trying to find something in this game. But yeah, the structure of that school year was basically gone at that point, so it kind of was kind of ruined by this point. It's definitely something, that is for sure. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just happened. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, so that was what happened with the preschool teacher. It was bad. I remember having so many different like meetings with the school and just trying to find some sort of way to make this, oh, I know what I have to do. Okay. Trying to find some sort of way to make this situation work, I guess. And it was definitely, and like I felt bad essentially getting this woman fired, but at the same time I really didn't, because clearly you can't do your job properly. Like, I don't know. It was pretty bad, especially because half the time I would have to go in there and like control the classroom essentially. That's not something I should have had to do. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here because that's it for the story of getting the preschool teacher fired. But yeah, we did. We absolutely got that woman fired, and I honestly don't even feel that bad about it because it was bad. Like, I remember walking up to that classroom and just, they were screaming, and she would scream. Like, she would scream at these kids so loud. And I remember knocking on the door and being like, what's going on in here? Like, what are you doing? So anyway, that's it for that. If you liked this video, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, follow my socials. Thank you to my nephew and my son for the reminders of what this, I don't even know if you can see you. It's blocked right there. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yeah, okay.